Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we got a story about a violinist who turned down her bully who wanted her to play her wedding for free. We got bridezillas, we got petty revenge, we got bullying. Oh man, this is so on brand. And if you wait to the end of the video, I got a surprise for you. Let's react to these screenshots so we're all up to speed. Hey girl, heart eyes. Why is it always the heart eyes? Like, why do they always come in with the heart eyes? It's been forever. I'm getting ring emoji, married, and totally want you to play violin for my ceremony in October. It would be the perfect gift. Plus, you could use photos and videos to build your performance portfolio. Win-win. You know what that means? God, I've heard this so many times. For the exposure. Work for me for the exposure. Otherwise known as for free. And this was Tiffany Moore's response. If you guys want to go follow Tiffany Moore, her on Instagram is Tiffany Moore Violin. We'll leave a little watermark on the screen for you. Hello. 1, numero uno. It's rather bold of you to assume I'd give you a $2,500 service. Lol. 2, you bullied me relentless in middle school for being in orchestra. Yeah, as a drama kid, oh man, isn't it funny how all the people that got bullied usually were bullied because they were good at something and they were actually good at school. Number 3, build my performance portfolio. You may not realize this, but I've been recognized by the Knot and Wedding Wire 6 years in a row. My portfolio dates back to age 12. I've been in the wedding industry for 19 years, which is another way of saying no. It's another way of saying absolutely not. Oh my God, you actually charge that much? Yes, you're very overpriced. Would you at least give me a discount? What would make you think? Like, she's not even refuting the bullying claims, okay? She's like,
give me a discount, despite the fact that I made your life a living hell in high school.
Is it high school? Let me just double check. Middle school, high school? Middle school! So yeah, that was, brains are still developing. Trauma definitely happened. The audacity to ask for a discount when you're not even refuting the fact that you made someone's life hell. Yeah, the Delulu is strong with this one. I really want violin music for my big day, and it's not difficult music that I want either. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Honestly, Tiffany, I would have charged her a lot more than that. I would have said, like, $2,500 is still kind of doable for some people. I would have just said something like so ridiculous. Like, I don't even know what is ridiculous. Like, let's say $20,000 to play violin at your bully's wedding. Even that just like doesn't seem like enough, you know? Like, that is not enough. For me, not enough. Maybe in the 7 figures, we'll talk. No way. Help a girl out. Oh, a girl that bullied you in middle school? Okay. I want to be friends with you and leave the past behind us. Easy to say when you're the one that ruined the past. Tiffany responds, I already have friends, thanks. I don't have time to entertain your ignorance. Oh, wow, you're just letting her have it, eh? Good for you. There's some subtext there. Like, I feel like she really did a number on you, Tiff. Can I call you Tiff? We'll find out soon enough. What I offer is labeled as a luxury service. Ooh, that kind of had a sting to it, bestie. Clients prefer to invest in the wedding day entertainment with a seasoned professional who provides exemplary skills, high quality instruments and equipment, and someone who is well versed in how weddings need to run efficiently. That, my dear, is why people choose me. Trust is valuable in this industry. Okay, spitting facts, Tiff. Coming in with the lessons. You know, I find it so strange that someone would stoop this low. Like, they don't have any pride that they would ask someone that they bullied to play violin. Like, she probably thought she could bully you into playing violin or something. Why wouldn't you just ask someone, you know, that you don't have a prior history with? Maybe she just wanted something for super cheap and she thought she could weasel her way into that arrangement. So are you available October 3rd? It's a Thursday, but I can pay you $1,000 and that's all I can afford for less than an hour of playing. That's not too shabby. Okay, again, there is literally no monetary figure that would allow me to stoop that low. Like, I'm surprised she's even quoting what she's actually worth. Like, I would have just said something so ridiculous. And you'll get major exposure because my guest list is 300 people. Exposure don't pay the bills, honey. Wait, my former bully is getting married on Mean Girls Day? No, wait, October 3rd is Mean Girl. Oh my God, it is. It's October 3rd. This is too much. I have to decline your $1,000 offer and also refuse to work for exposure. Charge your 300 guests a $5 entertainment fee and you'll have my music services covered. I don't know why you're even like giving her that option, dude. Assuming you realize the entertainment fee suggestion is a joke, my answer is obviously still no. In the words of Phoebe Buffet, I wish I could, but I don't want to. Yes. Well. Who's the mean girl now? Okay. Go cry about not being able to pay your bills because you're too greedy. I think in charging $2,500 per wedding and not feeling like she needs to take less than that, I think Tiffany's covered on the bills. Besides, you're not even worth it and you suck. My, how the tables have turned. Ugh. I'm devastated, but I'm out of tissues, so I have to wipe my tears with the tip money I got from my clients this weekend. Nice, girl. Honestly, that response. Delicious. You thought we were done? Oh, we're not. There's more. There's definitely more. So obviously Tiffany posted this interaction on Instagram because like, why wouldn't you? You actually posted our conversation on Instagram? What the hell is wrong with you? I should ask you the same question. I think you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself that question. You're just embarrassed for being called out on your ridiculousness and blatant audacity, thinking I'd actually agree to perform for you. You are so freaking entitled, living in Delulu-land! Oh, please, you're pathetic. I see nothing has changed since middle school. Be prepared to hear from my legal representation. You are finished. You just can't share a private conversation and blast me for no reason. You're the bully. Wow, funny how you're playing the victim now that you're the one that's kind of getting a taste of her own medicine. Take 5 minutes and look at the comment section. Turns out many wedding vendors have been manipulated by people wanting to take advantage. No, I'm not a bully, but I finally grew a backbone and put you in your place. Legal representation, baby girl, you couldn't afford my services, so I'm not worried here. Lawyer where? Let me tell you something, honey. Unless you can find someone to work pro bono, ain't no lawyer's gonna be doing anything for exposure for you. I can just picture a lawyer getting an email like that. My billable hours are $500 per hour. Tiffany, you're coming in with these fire responses. I love this for you. Hilarious. I am living vicariously through you. I wish any of my former bullies would reach out to me and have the audacity to ask me something like this. Oh God, I wish. They know that they can't. I wish they would though. This is an open invitation. You're really a piece of work, you know that? Using me for internet fame is really low. You're a nobody, just like in school. Once a nerd, always a nerd. Honey, the nerds growing up in school were the ones that ended up with the nice paychecks, so happily will choose nerd over peaking in high school. Seeking validation from strangers is really desperate, baby girl. Maybe someday you'll need a favor from me, and I can't wait to say F you, delete those videos or else. Is that the best you can do? Or else? Maybe you'll need a favor from me? What makes you think that anybody would ever reach out to you after what you did?
Ever.
Yeah, I'm a nerd. But you know what's pretty awesome about that? I got a tribe of nerds who love and accept me for me. People I can count on for anything. The mean girl act isn't cool. It never was cool. I hope someday you wake up and realize nobody owes you a single thing. Videos are staying up. Listen, the only way that a lawyer could really do anything about this is if defamation of character has to be false. Okay. If you're just telling the truth about someone, all you did was post screenshots. If you're just telling the truth about someone, ain't shit she can do. Truth is, you made my already tough childhood even more difficult. While you were busy bullying people and starting drama, I worked on my talent and eventually made something of myself. I'm someone I'm proud of. I truly pity you. Thanks for the exposure, more than I would have gotten at your wedding. Oh, I bet you did. Girl, didn't you do a Daily Mail interview after this? Hell yeah. Well, look at you with your 15 minutes of fame. You're internet bullying me, but I'm gonna be the bigger person and let it go. Let it go, Elsa. Let it go, let it go. Let this go. Let this go, eh? Okay, so it doesn't stop there. It does not stop there. This story gets even juicier. We got a DM conversation with the bully bridezilla's fiance. Hi, Tiffany. This is
fiance.
Our wedding is October 3rd, and a friend of mine sent me your videos because the wedding date matched, and also Elsa grew up with you, so I don't think it's a coincidence. Those videos with the text are from her, aren't they? Hey, yes, the messages are from her. I didn't want to be the one to reach out to you, and to be honest, I didn't want to get further involved with her drama. Okay, so I'm really freaking out because she told me the violinist wasn't available and you were rude to her and very unprofessional. I mean, if there's ever a time to be unprofessional, it's when your middle school bully asks you to play her wedding for free. Would you be willing to send me screenshots? Because I feel like I don't know who I'm engaged to anymore. Oh. She's being secretive and hiding things constantly. To be honest, I feel like she's cheating on me too, so I don't know what to do right now. Oh my, okay. My, how the tides have turned. Let me just... Yes, I can send you screenshots if you'd like. However, I don't wish to be involved anymore after sending these to you. As for my response, I feel like I could have actually been rude, but held back pretty well. Good luck with whatever you decide to do with this info. If you suspect cheating, don't marry her. I mean, I also probably wouldn't want to be married to like a bully. That would, honestly, if I found out that someone that I knew, like a friend or like a lover, was a bully growing up, it's gonna be a no from me. An absolutely not. I'm honestly surprised she's engaged to a male identifying person. Hope you do what's best for you, Matthew. To be honest, like, Matthew probably doesn't know the majority of all of this stuff because nobody wants to admit that they were evil. Sorry, evil is a strong word, but you know, something equating to evil. Nobody wants to admit that. They sugarcoat it. Like, what are you gonna say? Yes, 100% I'll marry you, but just so you know, I was an absolute horror to other people growing up. Still am. She sends the screenshots. Thanks a lot, I appreciate it. I won't bother you anymore. This is what I needed to see, even if it's hard. Sorry for how she treated you. She's pretty mean to me too. Oh, okay, all right, so. This is the thing. What's that book? Isn't it called like Men Marry Bitches or Why Men Marry Bitches? You say that you want to marry a bitch and they get you excited, guys. They do. But the fact of the matter is, let's not be surprised when the bitches that you marry turn out to be bitches. She wanted a bigger ring and made me re-propose with one she liked better. I don't know what to do, but thanks for getting back to me. She did not. She did not. Get the hell out of here. No way. Why am I not surprised? Do I have your permission to share this chapter of the Bully Bride saga? I've got thousands of people sitting on the edge of their seats waiting for your updates. I feel awful for you though, and hope you can decide what to do in your best interests. Yes, you can post about it, that's fine. I'll even like it. Honestly, I don't know if a wedding is gonna happen. Well, thank goodness for that. My mom doesn't like her, and neither does my dog. Not the dog. The dog even doesn't like her. Well, that you know there's something wrong. I'm sorry, but if a dog doesn't like you... And I've ignored my inner voice for a while. She's even alienated me from some of my best friends, so I've felt kind of isolated for months. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. But hey, at least you realized it now. You deserve better, dude. Don't ignore the red flags anymore. Dogs can sense things about people. Trust your dog more from now on. Literally. And actually, if you could keep me in the loop about what happened, my nosy ass wants to know how this plays out. I'm sorry. I mean, I would also like that. I would also like to know. Please give us an update, Matthew. And guess what? Guess what? Oh God, you're gonna love this. You are gonna love this! I got the ring back tonight. Yeah! Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Praise be. God is so good. I told her I was gonna get it clean for her, but to be honest, oh, okay, all right. I didn't want her to sell it at a pawn shop for cash. So tomorrow, I think, is the day I talk to her about things. Probably after church because we go out to eat usually. I do love her and know she clearly has problems, but she's all I've got and maybe it's worth seeing if she can change, right? I mean, she hasn't changed since middle school. She also hasn't apologized for how she treated Tiffany, which means she's not sorry. Oh God, that kind of sucks. I thought that he broke up with her. God damn it. Don't do me like that, dude. Like, people like her rarely change. You deserve better. I don't know you, but you seem very genuine and have a good heart. She has problems far deeper than you realize. Ultimately, do what's best for you and consider your own future. Good for you for getting the ring. At least it's out of her possession while you navigate this whole situation. Thanks for the update. All right, we got a Groom that's kind of moving in the shadows. I mean, would you break up with your fiance if you found out that they were a bully? Because I would. I would. As promised, I got a surprise for you. Maybe we'll be able to get some updates from Tiffany herself. We are sitting here with Tiffany, and she has graciously come down to the studio, and she just so happened to be in Toronto. So thank you so much for being here, Tiffany.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to finally meet you and be here in person.
I know, she watches the channel, and then she reached out to me. It was like, hey, like I hear that we should probably talk about this. And I'm like, yes, we absolutely should. I love this story. It's so on brand. We got some like petty revenge. We got bullying. We got a bridezilla, and we got an entitled bridezilla. Okay. So like, it's like everything that's on my channel into one story. In this story, you talk about someone who bullied you in middle school reaching out to you for free work. Can you talk a little bit about like what exactly happened in middle school and how she treated you? You don't have to be like super specific so that you don't identify anybody, but like, what was it like?
Well, my first experience with her specifically bullying me for being a violinist was in 7th grade. She would tell me that I sounded like a cat dying. And this was after I had played in church, and I realized that she was just jealous for the positive attention I was getting. No one else in our church played anything outside of piano or singing, so I was really the first person to come forward and play an instrument, and I was really proud of that. And she told me, you just sound like a cat dying. They're just complimenting you because they feel sorry for you. And I went to the bathroom and I cried. She was so mean.
That is so mean.
Cue Taylor Swift song mean. But really, she really was. She was very awful. And it got to the point where she would have her little group of friends talk to the boys I liked and everybody else in the youth group at our church and say, you need to pretend that Tiffany doesn't exist. Don't look at her. Don't talk to her.
Oh my gosh.
So I would get on the bus to go to an activity, and everybody would be looking away or put stuff on their seats so that I couldn't sit down and be with them. And even one of my best friends, who I thought was my best friend, she was looking out of the corner of her eye at me like she wanted to turn against this girl, but ultimately she just looked the other way. So I went to the far back of the bus and I sat with these two girls who happened to be in my sister's grade, and they would be considered outcasts or unpopular girls, but I found them to be very kind. And I've never thought much of social things like that, like this one's popular, this one's not. I'm not going to talk to you because you're not popular and you're not cool. I never saw them that way. I just saw them as kind people, and we became friends. And so having those relationships with them kind of got me through the youth group days.
Yeah.
Of having people pretend that I literally didn't exist. No one would talk to me or anything.
That is so traumatizing. Like, so crazy that someone did that to you. And like, just so unnecessary, you know what I mean? Like, how can you go through life thinking that that's okay? Like, I just don't get it. How did it feel to have someone who tormented you the way that you're describing reach out to you for professional services, and not only like for that reason, ask you to work for free for them, essentially?
To be honest, I was shook.
Yeah.
Like, I've had the same number since I was 15. So people were asking in the comments, well, why did your bully have your phone number? I'm like, it's not that hard to find me. I've had the same number since I was 15 years old. And so it shook me to my core, and it made me feel like, oh my gosh, she's back. Because the bullying didn't stop in junior high. It went through high school and college too. Mm-hmm. She ended up at the same place I was, ironically, for a couple of years before she was asked to leave.
Oh, she was asked to leave. Oh, there's some tea. Why was she asked to leave?
It's a very religious university that I went to, and she broke some very core rules.
I see. Okay, so, got it.
Backing up a bit.
The tea.
We got to get that brewing.
Yeah.
So before I responded. I wanted to take some time and decompress and do some breath work because honestly, it made me start to have a mini panic attack.
For sure.
And I wasn't sure if I was going to respond. Like, sure, I could have easily said no or ignored the text, but I had a little time.
I love it. I love it. You gathered yourself, you brewed, you stewed and you brewed. And then you just, like, this text conversation was insane. Like, you really let her have it. And rightfully so. Honestly, rightfully so.
And I tried to be professional about it. I think I was. I think I could have been much more petty and much meaner.
Yeah.
I feel like I was tactful.
I think that you were tactful for sure. But you were also, it was just hilarious. Like that screenshot of you, like with the money. Like, oh my God, hilarious. So funny.
I had to.
You had to, bestie. You had to.
I was out of tissues, and that was the honest to God truth. I don't buy tissues.
It was meant to be. The stars are aligning, You're here in Toronto. We're doing your story, and you didn't have any t-shirts, so you had to use some money. Had to. Why was it important for you to stand your ground and refuse the offer, even when she offered to pay you?
Well, I think I was doing it for my younger self because I was never brave enough to stand up to her when I was a kid, middle schooler, high schooler. I was never brave enough. And now as an adult, music has really helped me find my identity, and I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table.
Period.
And I'm confident in my abilities, and I know my value. And it took me a long time to get here because I was a doormat for so many years. I endured not just bullying, but various abuses in my life, both at home and at school and at church. And I think for the first time in my life, I was excited to stand up for myself. And it felt good. It felt really good.
You should feel great about yourself, and you should feel very proud that you've healed enough that you're able to stand up for yourself, because not a lot of people, like, first of all, not a lot of people get that chance, because realistically, like, that is delusion. The fact that she reached out to you and asked this of you, full well knowing everything that she did to you, is just so delusional. I don't think many people are that delusional, but you should feel very proud of yourself that you stuck up for yourself. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm like living vicariously through you. Honestly, it's like something inside me healed when I read that text conversation. Your story went viral on social media, like mega viral. You got the exposure that she was offering you. And what was like the public reaction to your response?
I was only expecting like my 50,000 followers to see it.
Yeah.
And maybe have a few reactions, because my videos were kind of tinkering at about 1,000 to 2,000 views because, algorithm.
Yeah.
And I was like, no one's really probably going to see this, so it's okay. So I really didn't take much time editing the video or anything. And I didn't expect to get as much of a reaction as it did. I got a few comments, checked my phone, went to sleep. When I woke up, I had over 1 million views.
Crazy.
And from there, it snowballed into now 30 million.
Yeah.
And on Facebook, there's 50 million.
Yeah, crazy.
On TikTok, there's another 25 million.
For sure.
I never expected my story to literally get around the world.
I know, but it like resonates with a lot of people, like not only is it like, you were being bullied by this person, you got your revenge. You really put this girl in her place. And I think the other thing too was like even just all the updates, like hearing from the fiance and like how she was like mean to him too, which we will also get to as well. I did have some questions about that. Congratulations, by the way. So happy that it blew up in this way for you, and that like I'm pretty sure people would want to hire you just because of how you handled this situation. So
thank you. Props
to you. And brave as well, because not a lot of people would put that on social media. A lot of people would be like afraid, again, of just public scrutiny. It always comes with that, right? Like when you're willing to share something like that on social media, it comes with a lot of like, I'm sure you had some people who were like, this isn't real, or like whatever they say, whatever.
And it comes with the territory.
What?
Naturally,
yeah, it does.
people will think, oh, this is fake.
Yeah.
There's no way this is real. I'm like, unfortunately, it is.
Unfortunately, it is.
And, I did get a lot of comments of people saying, oh, you're just making it up, for views. I'm like, I wish I could have come up with this for views.
I think that, you probably would have put a lot more effort into the video if you knew that it was going to blow up.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
Like if
And
it
it
was like
just-
this like big production, you know what I
Right.
mean? But it wasn't. It was just
No.
you posted the screenshots and that's it.
And it just comes with the territory, you
Yeah.
know, when you're vulnerable and you share something so deep like that, you will have naysayers.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, no matter what you post. I mean, even on videos of me playing my violin, recording covers, I've gotten some really nasty comments, even
For
about
sure.
my looks.
Yeah, of course.
And,
yeah. Like,
you know, and
it just comes with the territory.
It does. And what I say to them is I try to respond with grace.
Yeah.
Because clearly they are hurting inside. If
For
they
sure.
have to go on a stranger's Instagram and comment on a pretty video of someone playing the violin
Yeah.
and comment on their weight.
I know.
I'm like,
It's
do you
too-
really find nothing else interesting about me?
I mean, like everybody gets it though. Like it doesn't
Everyone
even
does.
matter if you're a famous actress or like a model or like, people who are like the beauty standard. Everybody gets it. Everybody gets the scrutiny, but it's like you're super brave for sharing the story. And I'm super happy that you did. How did you feel when you first got that message from the groom?
At first, I thought it was her
Yeah.
creating a fake account to talk to me.
Oh, trust issues, eh? Got some trust issues?
Because at that point, I had posted, I think, 4 or 5 different videos, like labeling each of our text threads, part 1 through 5. And I thought it was her creating a spam account.
Yeah.
But I looked and the account had like over 200 posts. It was a
Yeah.
clear photo of him with a link to his Facebook. So I was able to verify his identity right away because, first of all, I knew who he was because our circles are quite small. So
Yeah.
I know he's a friend of a friend. But the video had gotten to him through several of his friends. And they had said, hey, dude, you're getting married October 3rd.
Oh, wow. That's how they made the connection, eh?
And I can't talk. Your fiance went to church and school with her for these years.
Yeah.
You might
Wow.
want to talk to her.
Yeah, no kidding.
And so he reached out through DMs to talk to me. And again, I wanted to do time to research and everything like that and verify that it in fact was him. And I was a little bit relieved in a way for him because I was like, okay, he reached out to me. I'm not being spiteful in reaching out to him because that's not my place. But people in the comments were, of course, saying, like, Tiffany, you need to reach out to him. Like, this is only right. I'm like, no, that's not my place. If the universe wants our paths to collide, he'll find me.
I mean, I feel like he was the one kind of spearheading that conversation and like kind of wanting to know like the details. Clearly, he didn't know everything about her. But then again, he kind of did because he said that she was like mean to him too. And like his dog didn't like her. And like, I'm sorry, that is like a surefire sign.
That says enough right there.
If a dog doesn't like you, like,
questionable.
questionable. There were some redacted screenshots from the groom that you sent him that he asked for. Can you tell us like a little bit about what was in those?
Yes. So additionally to the ones I had posted on Instagram, I sent him other texts from his fiance to me, further proving how much of a bully she really is. Just the way she was speaking to me was just beyond cruel.
Yeah.
And not only
Hasn't changed.
It hasn't changed.
No.
So she snapped from real quick wanting to be like, hey girl.
Yeah.
And I just want to leave the past behind us, to all of a sudden like, you're the scum of the earth, you know.
Yeah.
You're a bitch, you know, and all of this stuff. And criticizing my looks, my weight, my social media, saying, you know, you look really dumb on social media. You try too hard. And I was thinking, is that the best you can do?
Yeah.
And then having the audacity, even in the screenshots, the one I shared, calling me a nerd. Like,
yeah, that was so dumb.
like we are in our 30s, bestie. Honey,
I'd rather be a nerd than peak in high school. So
Right. Like we are in our 30s. Like nerd is the best
nerd,
you
yeah.
can do.
That's like typical bully talk. You know when you see like bullies in like TV shows, nerd, dweeb. Okay.
It's like,
yeah.
but you know, then I came back with, you know what? I am a nerd. But you
Yeah.
know what's really cool about that? I've got a whole tribe of nerds who love me and accept me for me, who I can count on for anything, which is the truth.
That's
Like,
what's up.
I mean, sure, I'm a nerd, I'm a dork, I'm a weirdo. But guess what? So are all my best friends.
Yeah.
We're all a little weird.
Everybody's a little bit nerdy. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the people who love and accept you don't care
They
about
don't
that.
care. No, that's what makes people interesting. I just have one last question just to wrap up this video. Is the wedding still on?
No.
Goody.
I'm so proud of him.
Oh, good. Good for him.
I'm so proud of him. You know, and it makes me so happy for his dog, too.
Yeah. Oh, my God. The dog. The poor dog.
I'm so happy for his dog. So happy for that dog.
That he doesn't have to endure her.
No, and, you know, he was totally ostracized from his friends. His mom didn't like her. You know, and his friends were completely stripped from him. He didn't get to spend time with them like he used to.
Yeah.
So I really hope going forward he can create the life of his dreams.
For sure.
Because he deserves that. And he deserves to be with someone who sees him and loves him for who he is without trying to change him or keep him all to themselves.
That's what's up. You heard it first from Tiffany Moore. Thank you so much for joining us, Tiffany. I really appreciate you being here. I'm glad it worked out. I can feel the light changing, beating on my head. So we're going to wrap this up. Do you want to say it? Subscribe? Want to say it at the same time? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Subscribe!